Hello to everyone who lives in and around the great city of Albany, New York, with a special shout out this episode to our viewers in Portland, Oregon. I told you we were multi-state. This is the Albany News Update Show. I am your petulant host, Jonathan Madden, and next to me, as petulant as ever, is Brian McKenzie. Brian, how are you doing this fine evening?
Do you know what petulant means?
Yes, I do. Ornery, if I had to choose.
All right. Okay, yeah.
And I am in a petulant mood this evening.
I wouldn't describe myself as petulant.
I would. You're a grumpy old man. Grumpy, grumpy, grumpy. Let's get it on and see what's happened in and around the Albany area these past few weeks and have some fun. We are going to start the show off on a super positive, fun, and all-around great feeling story. Howard Hubbard. Yes, Howard Hubbard, former bishop of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Albany for 37 years, has formally asked the Vatican to permanently remove him from being a member of the clergy, which is a headline that should have ran, about 35 years ago. Apparently, in an act of karma, he himself instituted the policy prohibiting him from now doing priest stuff because he's accused of sexual abuse and systematically shielding other priests accused of sexual abuse. The 84-year-old noted that he implemented the policy that has deprived him of, quote, the single greatest joy in my life, concealing incidents of child sexual abuse and not alerting law enforcement agencies to avoid scandal. No, hold on. No, wait. That's not what he said. At least this time. He said he's sad he can't serve the community as a Catholic priest in his retirement years. Oh, that's so sad.
It's a sad day.
I'll tell you what else is sad, but this is an upbeat show, so we're not going to get into that. Anything?
This just
stinks like an anus.
a noose.
That's what I meant to say. Moving on. The state education department issued memos to 60 school districts in New York, including 12 in the capital region, to end the use of all Native American mascots and nicknames. Why the sudden rush to eliminate the references? Well, it seems that a directive was issued by the Commissioner of Education to end the use of Native American mascots as soon as practical in 2001. That's when the directive was issued. Listen, I know Common Core math is already tough to figure out, but even I can do the math and tell you that 84 years is plenty of time to get this done. I did the Common Core math and then asked the number 2 how he felt with being added to get up to 84.
You know, they originally called them Indians. Now they call them Native Americans.
Native Americans, yes.
Indians. Because they thought that they were in India.
Yes.
But when they decided or discovered that they weren't in India,
Yes.
They said, what the hell? We'll still call them Indians.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you done with your little... All right. Let's go on to our next story here. Here we go. A former UAlbany men's basketball player is suing Coach Dwayne Killings for a physical assault incident that happened last year in a locker room. The lawsuit alleges that, under pressure from local business and civil rights leaders, the university succumbed, quote, to the pressure of the protest and reversed its initial decision to terminate Killings, who is black, and did not discuss the change with the player, who is white. UAlbany stated they were merely following the Will Smith precedent. A little physical violence and not much happening afterwards. That's what I was getting at there. Because, did you hear what he did?
No.
In the locker room?
Who follows UAlbany basketball?
It was pretty violent. I'm surprised that
Do they
that he's
even
still
have a winning
coaching.
record?
I don't know. I don't think that's the main focus here of this incident that happened. But
Freaking mascot is a Marmaduke.
it's a Marmaduke. It is a Marmaduke.
Nobody cares.
Okay, nobody cares. A Glenville family is celebrating winning $20,000 on America's Funniest Home Videos for submitting a clip where the mother questions her young son about what happened to a box of donuts the little tyke obviously pilfered and then lied about it, stating a monster broke in and gave him the donuts. I screwed this up. Just goes to show you kids that crime does pay. Here we go. Crime does pay. I can imagine hundreds of parents telling their kids to steal something so they can interrogate them and maybe win $20,000. What do you think? Yes? No?
Did they win?
They won $20,000.
Oh, they did win.
Were you paying attention to the story? Let me scroll back up. Winning $20,000 on America's... It's nice to know this guy's paying attention when I do my stories.
Did the monster... all right, so the monster gave the kid the donuts.
Yes.
And they won.
Yeah. Except the monster's not real, Brian.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, the monster he lied.
Oh, so the kid made it up.
The kid made it up. The kid made it up.
Yeah, they still got $20K out of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is this time of the show where I introduce the BMac Attack. Yes, there's the applause. There's the applause you're so desperately looking for the last show that I edited anyways, but...
Shower me with applause,
Here we
people.
are.
Shower me with the applause.
It's time for the Big Mac Attack. Brian, take it away.
All right, folks, there is big news in the world of weights and measures.
Ooh.
The International Bureau of Weights and Measures met Friday in Paris and approved some new prefixes brought forth by Dr. Richard Brown to accommodate the exponentially increasing data sphere.
Exciting.
That's great. Scientists convening to make up some new prefixes instead of maybe creating nuclear fusion, solving the climate crisis, working on affordable biofuels, or any other solutions to the Earth's mounting problems.
Yes, that is true.
Okay, so way to prioritize, guys. All right, we needed some updates with these prefixes, I guess. We haven't had any since 1991.
Mm-hmm.
That's 31 years.
That's a long time. Did you use Common Core math to figure that out?
No. Let's have a look at some of these long overdue additions, shall we?
I am anxiously awaiting your results.
Rana.
This
one has 27 zeros after the one.
27 zeros. That is a lot of zeros.
This would be something of gargantuan size.
Yes.
In contrast, you have Ranta. This one is 27 zeros after the decimal point.
Okay, going the other way.
Thus, extremely infinitesimal.
Yes.
I was hoping for an opportunity to work in the word infinitesimal, and there we are.
There we are.
All right, for example, Jonathan, did you know that the mass of an electron is simply 1 rontogram?
I did not.
I hate to be negative, but that's very true. Get it?
Yeah.
Negative?
Oh, we got it.
Electrons are subatomic particles with a negative charge?
Yes, we got it the first time. Okay.
Folks, you learn here on OOS, as well as get the news, or whatever he calls it.
News.
Jonathan.
Yes.
How would you like to learn something? Oh, hold on.
Oh.
I muff this up. That thing moves, and I lose my place.
Okay.
Damn it. Let's start from scratch.
I don't know. Did you stop recording? No. I think we leave this in.
No. No, we cannot leave this in.
Why not? Go on.
No, we can't leave that in.
We'll see.
All right. Hey, Jonathan, how would you like something about a ronometer shoved up your old wazoo, huh? I bet not, right?
I bet not.
I digress. John Gray could probably accommodate.
Oh!
Whoa!
What was that about? What do you have about John Gray? Dude,
Never mind.
totally not cool. Not cool at all. I love you, John.
You know, a scientist with very poor enunciation could lead to someone making a very big mistake somewhere down the line. I mean, what do you mean, Rana units? I said Ranta units, you idiot. How in the hell are you going to hide this from Dr. Wilter Schulzerhagen? You follow me here?
I'm trying to.
Okay, the other new ones. There are 4 total, by the way. I forgot to mention that. There's some good reporting there. Anywho, this has completely gone off the rails. Quetta has 30 zeros after the 1.
30.
Remember the other one had 27. This one has 30.
30.
Quetta has 30 zeros after the decimal point.
Got it.
1 byte of data on a cell phone can increase the phone's mass by 1 quectogram.
I tell my doctor that. That's why I weigh more.
Contrarily, the mass of Jupiter is a mere 2 quettograms.
Oh.
The diameter of the entire observable universe is only 1 measly ronogram.
Oh, man.
Isn't this fun?
Oh, yeah.
This beats just using centa, milli, and kilo, doesn't it? Now we've got more to play with.
We do.
Well, actually, this will probably not have any conventional use for any of us.
No.
At any time, on any given day. In fact, we're Americans.
We are.
We don't even use this metric crap. Do we?
I don't think so.
No. Kilometers per hour is for Euro trash.
Oh, my gosh.
Kilograms is for hairy, smelly, and repulsive Bulgarian weightlifters. Hell, we don't even really use micro and deci that much to make a difference. You hear micro penis once in a while, some more than others. I better button that discussion up right there. Get it? Button.
I'm glad you're amusing yourself.
Moving on to larger things. Mega is pretty cool. Megalodon was a huge shark, I believe.
I think so.
Oh, wait. Those don't even fit here, actually, do they?
No.
They're not really weights and measurements.
No.
Speaking of which, no one has even heard of Pico, Terra, Deca, and Hecta, the other prefixes on the table. I think the story missed the mark by about 30 quettometers. Back to the drawing board and less time on social media, I think.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go.
Man, did I
Ryan
F that one up.
McKenzie, the BMac Attack. Can I ask you a question?
I don't know.
What the heck did that have to do with Albany?
I'm doing this just to piss you off.
Mission accomplished. Moving on, all-time wins record holder, Saratoga Thoroughbred horse trainer Chad Brown pleaded guilty to harassment recently in Saratoga City Court to resolve a misdemeanor domestic violence charge alleging he tried to choke a woman in his home. The woman, who identified herself as Brown's on and off again love interest, had tried to reach him several times and then went to his house. The woman, who had a key, said she entered and found Brown in bed with another woman. Which just goes to show you, folks, that horses are a lot easier to train than women.
So he horse collared the old woman, the old girlfriend,
They didn't say her age in the story.
the ex-girlfriend,
Maybe on again.
when he
off
was
again.
horsing around with the new one.
Yes. That's horsing around. Are you going to be here all night? And let's get to our next story. Joyous news, oh citizens of Albany. Devitt's Nursery has announced the triumphant return of Egbert. Who is Egbert, you may ask? Well, have no worries. We also asked because we had no idea this thing existed. And apparently we've found out through crack research that Egbert is the result of a genetic experiment between a human and an egg gone wrong. But to not make him feel bad, they told him he was a king. Take a look. Oh my God. That is a scary looking egg. And just in case you were worried, this poor soul was destined to lead a miserable life of loneliness and despair. Do not fret. Devitt posted this video on their Instagram page recently.
See you soon.
What the heck was that, Brian? What was that? That's gonna fill my nightmares for the next 3 years. That was disturbing. And if you want, you can go see it.
That was weird
That was
and
disturbing.
unless that Egbert is a councilman from Albany, what did that have to do with Albany?
That it's in Devitt's a local nursery.
Is it?
Don't try and put this on me, mister, because you can't come up with a story about Albany.
Damn it!
Gotta go to milligrams and quetagrams and
Where
Rona.
the hell is Devitt?
I'll give you a Ronavirus.
Nursery or wherever the hell.
Yeah. Anyways. I'm
Production.
disturbed.
Have you ever heard of Devitt Nursery?
That's not that we're paid by anybody here. This is all on the up and up.
Shoot! Thought I had.
Okay.
I thought I had
Two more
him.
stories, I think. 2 more stories. Here we go. The Colony YMCA announced they will be running a preschool inside the Capital Region BOCES building. But one thing will be different from the typical preschool. A large interior window to a classroom next door. Through the window, students will see how teachers use play and hands-on experiences to teach and handle those moments of misbehavior. Now, the children will be conditioned to normalize constant observation from authority figures, thus setting the stage for the eventual dystopian authoritative controlling state that's in their inevitable future. Just a little preemptive work here for the
Okay,
toddlers.
what did that have to do with Albany?
It was a Colony YMCA. Do you know Colony is in Albany?
Colony
You're just
is
trying
a
to
suburb
project.
of Albany. It
Yeah.
is not Albany.
It does. You're right. It's not Albany. Do you know if we try to do stories of just in the city of Albany, we'd have one story because most of them are shootings and muggings and everything.
And that warehouse.
In the warehouse.
That you usually report about every week.
Well, nothing much is happening. It's just slowly falling apart into disrepair.
Although there was a story out of it this week.
Yeah, there's always a story. We got other stuff going on here. We got other stuff going on. And finally, the Times-Union had an interesting article about what you could do with all those apples you picked at the orchard. Among the suggestions are apple mustard, apple roast potatoes, apple vodka, yes please, and apple salsa. Or you could do what my family, and I assume most people do, which is arrange them decoratively in a bowl, swear you'll eat healthier, and then watch them slowly decay into a sad state of affairs, existing solely as sustenance for the inevitable fruit fly infestation.
You almost got through that.
I almost got that. There's a lot of...
What does
tough
the
words.
Times-Union have to do with Albany?
Okay, I see what's happening here. And listen, I am not going to make you feel any better. That story had nothing to do, that BMac attack had nothing to do with Albany. I slave over all of the news articles, WNYT, WTEN, CBS 6 Albany, WAMC, the Daily Gazette, the Troy Record, or just the Record now, the Times-Union. Thank you very much. I know all these things. And you are scouring, I don't know what you're scouring.
That
but it's
Egbert
not
story,
Albany.
that Egbert story, people are
local.
going to think they dropped acid after they
Believe me.
get through that story.
I'm sure that's going on in Albany somewhere too. On that note, thank you for joining us on the Albany News Update Show. Check out the stories we've highlighted in the description below. Please support the local news. We had fun, and you've been updated.